Mark Ruffalo not being present at the Brand New Day premiere, I feel speaks volumes as to how the MCU has treated Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and I want to talk about how he was treated in this film as well. Now, most importantly, Mark Ruffalo is one of the only people sniffing the MCU that seems to have any amount of awareness, right, that's called the genocide a genocide. He pours his time and effort and money into not just that cause, but he is politically active really in every single way. He's trying to get people to think actively about politics. He was out there promoting Palestine 36 earlier this year. I want to understand some of the history, how we got here, stuff like the Balfour Declaration. This is really important to know. This movie is produced by Avi Arad, who's an Israeli-American who founded Marvel Studios. I believe he left back in 2006, but he's a producer on this film. This is a guy who fought in the Six-Day War in the IDF, and he feels that Chuck Schumer is not a big enough advocate for Israel. So there's a chance that Mark is just done associating with these fucking people. I will circle back to that at the end. The Incredible Hulk, you have not just one of the most iconic comic book characters of all time, you have one of the most iconic characters of all time in fiction. This is one of the 6 original Avengers in the MCU who over the past 15 years has helped to build this universe brick by brick. He was one of the most exciting and invigorating parts of this movie. Every time he was on screen, it was electric. His exchange with Loki is iconic. Then you have him in Age of Ultron, which is a step up from the first Avengers, but you have his character in this romance with Natasha, which feels forced to many. Then you spin that romance that you created for some reason to get the character off the planet. You have him in Ragnarok, which again is a lot of fun. I don't think it's a perfect movie, but I do enjoy watching it. He is a big factor in the best parts of this movie. Then you have him get his shit kicked in by Thanos. This internal conflict between the Hulk and Bruce, which is interesting. Give him the Hulkbuster armor, which I don't really like. You just resolve that interesting conflict off screen. You jump to Professor Hulk and you give us this version of the character that not that many people enjoy. He does get a cool moment, but in my opinion, this feels like a cop-out. Being real, this is the Hulk that people actually want to see, and that conflict between this version of the character and Bruce himself is the interesting stuff. Now in this movie, you have Peter Parker still know who he is, still have all of his respect for this man. This man tells him exactly what he should not do, which is create this technology that can repress these genes that can hurt people, right? He tells him straight up, don't do this, and he does not listen. You get a cool fight scene that everybody likes, but ultimately the movie ends with, I'm assuming, Damage Control getting their hands on the chip that Peter Parker took off himself. Because Jean Grey couldn't kill Bill because, you know, she's not a killer. They just left that technology there, and that gets used to hurt mutants in the future. That's incredibly lazy writing, and that is incredibly dumb and ignorant and selfish from Peter. Because Peter is not thinking about the future, not thinking about anybody else except for himself. I thought he was supposed to have already learned all of these lessons. At the end of the movie, after Jean Grey takes control of his body, violates his autonomy, and makes him turn into the Hulk, right, and he causes all this damage, we find out that he has been institutionalized. It's an exceptionally dark story beat. It doesn't really get more than a mention, and again, I feel like it's more disrespect for this character. Back in 2012,